What is up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Hoop with Papers. Alright, and today's pretty awesome. Alright, today we're going to talk about one of the hardest situations to guard in basketball. Alright, since the inception of basketball till this day, the pick and roll has always been the hardest situation to guard in basketball. All right, so what we want to do today is we want to break down the pick and roll and how to do a proper pick and roll. All right, so with no further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so the first thing that we want to talk about in the pick and roll is usually the big guy. So the person that's setting the screen, okay? He has an important role in the pick and roll offense, all right? So they determine how the situation is gonna play out, all right? So usually I wanna set my screen out high and wide, all right? So you don't wanna move. You don't wanna have a moving screen. A moving screen is a violation. And what a moving screen is shuffling your feet, trying to find the defender while your guard is coming off your screen, okay? So you wanna be still, you wanna be wide, okay? And you wanna be firm, okay? So we're not gonna move with our screens, all right? So once again, when you set that pick, make sure you come high and wide. I wanna be beyond the three-point line, okay? And you can exaggerate it, because what that's gonna do is that's gonna help your guard have more playing space. So he's gonna have more space, okay, to handle the ball, right? So he can have options, right? So if I come off your screen, okay, I'm gonna have a lot of space. I want to have a lot of space to work with, okay? So once again, if they switch and the big guy drops out on me, boom, I'm open for the three. So the guard can shoot that three, okay? If they don't switch and they hang back, right, the drive might open. So the guard might have an open drive, okay? So once you set that pick, be high and wide, all right? And your guard, he knows how to use the screen. You don't have to move your feet, trust me. Every guard should know how to use a pick, right? So if you set that pick high and wide, they know how to come off of your screen and bring their guy with them. All right? So you set it high and wide, okay? Now, when you screen and you catch that guard, you know what I'm saying? You think about Shaq. Shaq was great at setting screens and rolling, all right? So you set the screen on that guard, guess what? I'm almost like a lineman in football, okay? I'm about to block that guy off with my butt. After I set that screen, boom, I want to seal him with my butt, okay, and stay wide. I don't want to let him through. I want to force a switch situation, okay? If I'm setting the screen and I'm a big guy, I want to force that guard to switch onto me, okay? I'm going to point my feet towards the basket, and I'm going to roll. I'm going to be wide, and I'm going to roll to the basket, right, looking for the ball. Ball, okay? So what we want to practice on, this is for big guys, what we want to practice on, or anyone that's setting the screen, okay? If I'm LeBron James, there's a lot of small guards, right, that I can, boom, switch off on and roll to the basket. All right, so what I want to practice on, I want 10 makes, layups or dunks, rolling to the basket, okay? So we're going to set that screen high and wide, right? We want to be beyond the three-point line to give our guard enough space to work with, okay? So we're going to be high and wide. Boom. I'm going to turn, right? A 180 turn. I'm going to do a 180 turn, point my foot to the basket. I'm going to seal that guy on my butt. I'm going to keep that guard right here, the one that's trying to get through the screen. I want to seal him off, keep him on my butt, and ride with him to the basket, okay? Barbecue chicken, and I want you to finish it. All right, so we're going to do 10 makes. All right, and then we're going to switch sides, do the same thing, 10 makes. All right, so with no further ado, let's get to it. Let's go. Again, I'm high and wide. I'm setting that screen. Okay? I want to turn, boom, shuffle my feet to the basket, boom. All right? So I want you to do 10 makes, layups or dunks, whatever. Point that foot towards the rim, because once you point that foot towards the rim, it's gonna lead you to that direction. Okay? I'm gonna point my toe towards the rim when I turn. It's gonna lead me right to the basket. All right, let's go. High and wide, boom, turn, ball, ball, ball. And wide, set that screen, turn, ball, 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 ball. Ball, ball, ball. Point that toe, work on pointing that toe. Okay. Ball, ball, ball. Ball, ball, ball. Ball, ball, ball. Ball, 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 ball. All right, guys. Today, we talked about that pick and roll, okay, for the screener. Once you screen, force that switch situation, okay? You want to make that guard you, okay? And I'm put him right on my butt, and I'm gonna take him to the basket. All right? Point that toe towards the basket. It's gonna lead you to the basket. Stay wide and call for the ball, okay? Once you make 10, switch sides and finish up. All right? If you wanna learn basketball, you tune in and you watch Hoop with Papers. All right? Let's go.
Iced out lifestyle, yeah, that's the lifestyle. Dior, Fendi up in the game, but that's the lifestyle.
All right, guys, when you're done with your workouts, it's important to get with your teammates, right? A guard, get with a big guy get with a guard. Whatever the situation is, you need to debrief your workouts. What I mean by debrief is talk about your workouts. What do we do today? All right? How do I like the ball? How you like the ball? How I like my screen set? Yo, I'm gonna come off the screen this way. So I want you to look for the ball right here, okay? So that's building chemistry, all right? So when they talk about teams are good because of chemistry, the reason is because they hang out and they debrief after their workouts, all right? Once again, your boy Papers. Holla.